Hey everybody, this is Mattie with Altcoin Buzz. Hope you're having an excellent day. We're looking at a couple of international stories today, including this one which examines the Financial Stability Board and what it's saying about the G20 framework in relation to crypto, potentially making it the future of money. We're also looking at this story out of the UK. So on altcoinbuzz.io article by Licia, the UK has what it takes to become a blockchain hub. Now, this is according to a major study by 3 organizations. So a trio of world establishments, including the Big Innovation Center, DAG Global, and Deep Knowledge Analytics. They released a report which analyzes the blockchain industry's potential in the UK. The companies are positive that the country will become its leader, blockchains, in just a few years. So the UK has long since recognized that blockchain technology is disruptive. Thus, in January 2018, the All-Party Parliamentary Group on Blockchain, aka Big Innovation Center, was established. They have a pretty interesting mission statement and purpose. We're going to take a look at their website in a couple of minutes. While the House of Commons, the lower chamber of the British Parliament, is not the one who created it, this informal group attracts members of both houses who all acknowledge the importance of blockchain. So they are not the only ones. The report identified and profiled 225 companies, 170 investors, 20 tech hubs and think tanks, 10 incubators and accelerators, and 100 faces of the UK blockchain industry. It offers in-depth profiles of all major companies, investors, influencers, R&D centers, and other industry and governmental entities and players, the report's press release reads. Let's take a brief look at some of these organizations that are mentioned. So DAG Global, you can take a look at their website here. We're going to link to that in the description below. Here's where you can link to the report itself. Now, this is a beast of a report. Check this out. 960 pages. So look, if you want to read through it, then you're welcome to do so. We're going to leave all the links, of course, in the description below. I would encourage you to take a look at the executive summary first, perhaps, and that's what we're looking at here. So blockchain in UK, blockchain industry landscape overview for 2018. Again, presented by the Big Innovation Center, Deep Knowledge Analytics, and DAG Global. So this is in coordination with the All Parliamentary Group on Blockchain. You have a table of contents here. It's coming out in 3 volumes, this whole report. And volume 1, 2 is practical applications and use cases. Volume 3, blockchain and financial industry. Volume 4, profiles. Now, this is always, it seems to take a second or so to load. But this is a really cool infographic. We're going to take a look at this in a second. Blockchain industry in UK landscape overview 2018. Let's come back to this. Here's another one, blockchain industry in UK landscape overview 2018. You can see that the way it's split here between investors and companies and then vertically across all of the different sectors and industries. Again, here's another blockchain industry in UK landscape overview, again by sector. So you could check that out. Interesting information here as far as influencers in blockchain in the United Kingdom and more information about what the study is all about. So even the executive summary is a little bit long here, but do check it out. Bullet points and sort of the core information is available here in this document. It's 30 pages long. 30 pages is still the size of some of the other reports that we've been featuring, but nonetheless, it's less than 960. So if you want to check that out, we're going to link to it, of course, in the description below. Taking a look at this infographic, which we just skimmed over there. So press release, blockchain industry in UK systematized for first time. The Big Innovation Center, DAG Global, and Deep Knowledge Analytics announced the release of a first-of-its-kind 960-page report on the state of the blockchain industry in the United Kingdom. And this is their Blockchain Industry in the UK Landscape Overview 2018. So this infographic looks at basically 225 companies, lays out 180 investors, and 30 tech hubs. Now, how do they do this? Well, if you look at the construction of this infographic, you have some of the hubs in this central circle here in the middle. And then the next concentric circle, the outer, or I should say it's the middle layer, I suppose, that's your investor layer. You can check out all the companies that are listed there. And then you have the companies, so presumably just the commercially oriented companies in the third layer of this concentric circle structure. Now, you have wedges of the circle that then represent all the different sectors and industries. And some of those are going to intersect with companies. Some of them are going to be with investors and hubs. But that's the way that it's overlaid. So you have concentric circles of hubs, investors, and companies with wedges of different industries across all the blockchain activity in the UK. Some of those sectors are Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, government technology, healthcare, marketing and advertising, security, entertainment, fintech, research and development, blockchain services, and crypto trading. So there's a lot in here. We looked at an image the other day, the one by Matteo Zago. So that was a dense one. This is another dense one. Don't think I'm going to have quite the time to dive into it, but we'll link to it in the description below. I would encourage you all to take a further look at it. And this is one of the partners that's involved, of course. So we talked about them, APPG, ensuring industry and society benefit from the full potential of blockchain and other distributed ledger technologies, DLT. So this is the Big Innovation Center, also known as All-Party Parliamentary Group on Blockchain, APPG Blockchain. So check this out. The mission of the All-Party Parliamentary Group on Blockchain is to ensure that industry and society benefit from the full potential of blockchain and other distributed ledger technologies, making the UK a leader in blockchain and DLTs, innovation and implementation. We bring evidence, use cases, and future policy scenarios while considering industry and societal implications as well as environmental opportunities. I like the sound of that, so I wish them Godspeed, and hopefully this is a body that receives lots of funding and lots of support over in the UK. So the conclusion is clear, as Licia writes. The UK can become a global hub for blockchain. It has, quote, the resources as well as industrial and governmental will. The report even posits that it can turn into, quote, the next generation digital crypto economy by approximately 2022, the year 2022. On a final note, we're just skipping ahead here. The UK's enthusiasm is certainly inspiring and follows the recent report by the European Union, of which London is still a member, which warns regulators against banning cryptocurrencies. That's something else that we wrote about recently. We're going to link to that in the description below. So let us know your thoughts about this. Obviously, a lot of effort, a lot of research went into this report, 960 pages. But it seems like the results and the outlook, again, in light of all this other positive news, we're just stacking sort of one piece of positive news on top of the other. This seems to be yet another brick in that wall of support. So do be sure to leave your comments below. Leave an article comment for Alicia and let us know what you think about this study. And here we have, in a piece of related news, article by Christopher, G20 framework makes crypto the future of money. So we're talking about the Financial Stability Board, the FSB, has developed a framework to monitor the financial stability implications of the developments in crypto asset markets. Nigel Green, CEO of De Vere Group, says that the report can be seen as a further recommendation of cryptocurrencies from FSB, which has members from all of the G20 major economies. The survey's finding, this is a quote, the survey's findings demonstrate that high net worth individuals are increasingly unable to ignore the huge potential of cryptocurrencies. Yes, that's despite whatever Mr. Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, has to say, who's trying to misdirect people as far as I'm concerned, but that's another topic, so something we'll get into perhaps in another discussion. Cryptocurrencies are the future of money, and they are already undeniably part of mainstream finance, Green says. So what are we talking about? We're referencing this particular report here, FSB, Financial Stability Board, Crypto Assets, report to the G20 on work by the FSB and standard setting bodies. So this is a much smaller report submitted on the 16th of June, 2018. Only 10 pages and relatively quick as far as a read, not too technical. So I would encourage you guys all to check that out. We're going to link to that, of course, in the description below. Continuing with Christopher's article, in Q1 of 2018, the FSB discussed potential financial stability implications from crypto assets. The FSB agreed that crypto assets do not pose a material risk to global financial stability at this time, but supported vigilant monitoring in light of the speed of developments and data gaps. The objective of the framework is to identify any emerging financial stability concerns in a timely manner. At their meeting in Buenos Aires back in March 2018, the G20 ministers of finance and central bank governors called on the FSB to report by July 2018 on its work and that of other standard-setting bodies, SSBs, on crypto assets. So what does the report have to say? Well, executive summary from the report. Here it is in a nutshell. The FSB, in collaboration with CPMI, has developed a framework and identified metrics to monitor the financial stability implications of crypto assets markets. The CPMI has conducted significant work on applications of distributed ledger technology and is conducting outreach, monitoring, and analysis of payment innovations. The International Organization of Securities Commissions, the IOSCO, has established an initial coin offering consultation network to discuss experiences and concerns regarding ICOs. They're also developing a support framework to assist its members. Furthermore, they are discussing regulatory issues around crypto assets platforms. The Basel Committee on Banking Supervision is quantifying the materiality of banks' direct and indirect exposure to crypto assets, clarifying the prudential treatment of such exposures, and monitoring developments related to crypto assets and fintech for banks and supervisors. So there you have it. Perhaps more of a neutral tone, but nonetheless, the fact that this report is coming out is not a bad thing. If there's any hint of positivity as it's being presented to players in the G20, to finance ministers, to individuals that are involved in that space, look, I'll take it as a positive. I think it's good news. Once again, here's the report. We're going to link to that in the description below. You can take a look at this, in addition to the report that takes a look at the UK that highlights it as a potential hub for cryptocurrency in the future. Guys, there's so much good stuff that's happening behind the scenes. And, there really is a lot in terms of the smart money, what they're doing. You can really get a feel for it. Like we've been talking about for the last couple of days now, you can't necessarily trust what people are saying. I don't care whether it's Larry Fink of BlackRock. He's coming out in interviews saying, I'm not so sure our clients are interested in cryptocurrency. Forget about what he says. Look at what he's doing. Look at what the smart money is doing. They're amassing a cryptocurrency team and creating their own Bitcoin division, essentially. Now, I don't think CNBC did this one. Oh, that's not actually the wrong one. I don't think CNBC did this one intentionally, but this is just an example of the fact that you cannot take major media, mainstream media, seriously. So check out this headline: why Bitcoin won't bounce back according to 5 experts. And then you have just above that on the red ticker, breaking: Bitcoin jumps 11% in sudden move on Coinbase. This is from yesterday. This is from yesterday's major developments, continuation of developments out of BlackRock, and just a lot of positive enthusiasm. Of course, we broke through that 6,700, 800 resistance barrier, and Bitcoin just, I wouldn't say moonshotted, but some of these coins definitely moonshotted. If you look at the top 100, you've got some great gains in the last 24 hours. So guys, just an example. You can't take any one headline or any one source of information too seriously. Make sure you have a diversified and varied media diet. That's the best way to stay healthy in this space. Get lots of extra perspectives. With that, guys, I'll invite you to follow Altcoin Buzz as well as Altcoin Buzz News to make sure you're kept up to date with the latest goings on in the crypto space. A quick word to everybody out there in the Altcoin Buzz army: if you're a content creator and you're interested in helping us out with a project that we're looking to do, make sure you contact us, altcoinbuzzio@gmail. Again, we're looking for somebody that can create content, that's willing to put together a few videos for us on the side. We'll put together a schedule. We'll talk about that. But send us an email, altcoinbuzzio@gmail. Let us know your thoughts about all this stuff, guys. There's so much happening in the news. We will get back to you very soon with a new video, so do be sure you stay notified. See you soon in that new video. If you choose to invest, happy investing, and take care for now. Have a great day, everyone.